And here's what frustrates me. Education is like the slowest moving industry, next to lumber, something. You have a class that says, we want to learn, this is our outcome, this is our level, and we're going to give you 12 weeks to achieve that outcome. And now AI comes in the picture, and I could literally achieve that in a day. I got 3 kids in grad school, and they all could do it if they wanted, but they refuse to because they don't want to shortcut their own learning. So they're pretty smart with that. But they could achieve that outcome in a day. And now professors know that. They go, well, no, don't use AI. Just put that aside. And we're going to design tools to catch you if you're using AI. But we want you to achieve this outcome. Instead of thinking, wow, Patrick has an IQ of, let's say, I'll give myself 120, a little bit above average. And now with AI, instead of achieving this outcome, I can double or triple or 10x the outcome I could do using AI. And so why not say, look, instead of this outcome, I want you to do this incredible outcome, which might actually solve some challenges in the world, and use AI as much as you can. Just show what you used. We're going to applaud you for it, and we're going to learn from that. And instead, we're just saying, no, just stick here. Don't go any further than the status quo. But, for a university or school to change a curriculum, it could take a couple years to get all the permissions and go through all the boards to change it. And by the time we get there, it's going to be moved on. Like, how could you possibly create a class on prompt engineering that's going to be approved in 2 years, which will be completely irrelevant next year or in 6 months? So I think we can challenge AI to help us maybe not be more intelligent, but to come up with greater outcomes. How do we keep up? Like, the pressure to keep up, the pressure to make decisions is so hard. And when an organization comes under pressure, it starts to break. So pressure always exposes what's weak in a system, right? And if management is weak and management hasn't structured things well, and there isn't clear accountability, and the pressure starts getting on people, and then they get political, and then they start protecting their own behinds, and they start fudging reports to the CEO and blaming others. And so now management doesn't have a clear picture of what's really happening because people aren't being truthful anymore. All these kind of things happen under pressure. Traditional frameworks could look at, hey, let's do a vision and readiness. Let's pick a pilot project. Let's work on it. Let's make sure that works. Okay, well, let's scale it up and let's do change management with our team and training, and then accountability, and we can measure things. And that's great, except transformation doesn't work sequentially. It operates in waves, and you can be doing different things at the same time, but through all of that, you have to worry about governance and change management and culture and ethics that all have to bleed into everything. And so when you're in one phase, managers today need to know, what am I looking for? How do I manage this? What questions should I be asking? And no one's written that playbook.
Generally, like leadership management good practice, I think there's lessons there that are applicable to all sorts of things. And I think that's comforting in a way that we can apply this to AI adoption as well. So I think, as we've seen already a few times today, like the pressure, the daunting nature of this hyper fast new technology, I think maybe that is a bit comforting to the human element, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is everything I'm finding in my doctoral research. This is not a technology problem. This is a leadership and governance problem. And AI is exposing weak leadership, and it's doing it quickly. Leadership just comes from the person that can see most clearly in the moment. And, my wife's been that person that can help me see more accurately, like if stress is on. And that's a huge gift. I've also been fortunate to work with some strong business leaders, who taught me about operational excellence, what that actually looks like. It's not about charisma. It's not about, big talk. It's more about consistency and clarity and follow through and creating environments where people can do their best work. And I think over time, I just think, great leadership often looks quieter than people expect.
Yeah, I would sort of echo that from the opposite perspective. That point about great leadership is often quieter. I've learned that lesson by having the opposite of bad leadership being loud.
We all have.